I'm heavily into construction, all in. You know, land, building materials, all that. In the long run, that's what we're doing. We're going all in on construction, all in on construction. The real estate space in Ghana is the place to be. People are moving back home. People are building. It's a developing country. I have sold land to more than 50 people in this area. No issues at all, right? So the thing is, the market wanted me to sell them land. I remember I made a video about the road expansion that's coming on this side, the Temakosomo Road. It has been, you know, commissioned. They have the money for it, but unfortunately they haven't started yet. But it's gonna happen. It's inevitable that it's gonna happen. They're gonna double that road, and driving from here to Accra is gonna be a matter of 30 minutes or 35 minutes. Right now, it takes you about 45 minutes, 50 minutes to an hour because of the insane traffic and all the crazy potholes on the road right now. So I saw the opportunity to jump in early, since, you know, I know the rules of this land, that I'm not going to have any issues, because I don't want to touch land at all in Ghana until I feel very comfortable. And these people, I feel very comfortable. And I devised a plan. I devised, you know, a contract for people to guarantee their money back within 6 months if you buy land from me and you have issues on the ground. Now, why would I do that? Because I know I have nothing to worry about, because nobody in their right mind will put that headache on themselves. But I guarantee you that you will have no issues. I bought land with a title on it by the main road, and I had issues. So how crazy am I? So today I'm taking you around. We're working on the bridge. We're about to enter this 30-acre project, Acadian City. As you can see on the screen, we're going to sell about 100 homes, and we're selling about 98 plus, and people have already bought about 20 plus already, although it's not on the market. People have reserved it. So the market demand for Acadian City land is extremely high. But where I am standing right now, we currently have about 4 plus available before we jump into Acadian City, going for 70,000 Ghana cedis per plot. And right now I'm walking to a client's land, right, where he's building his wall. He's building a wall. I'm building his wall. So he bought the land from me, I'm building a wall. I always advise clients that you buy the land, you know, just don't leave it abandoned, build a wall, and then I know I'm done with you. Because when you leave the land, we have guys on the ground always watching, but how long can I watch that for you, right? I'm dealing with this. I've sold land to over 50 people. Yeah, I have the records and all that, but I'm not going to keep my eyes on your land for more than a year. So you got to put up that wall. And in Ghana, once you put up that wall, essentially you are good. And if you're not putting up that wall, how are you going to know that you don't have issues on land, right? Because Ghana, you can have all the paperwork you want, but without being able to work on the land, you don't really know what's going to come up. So I encourage my people, that's how confidence I feel, to encourage my clients to go and build their wall so that I know I'm done with them. So, you know, join me. Let's head to this, you know, wall that I'm building. We're going to check it out. The guys are doing the foundation today. They dug the foundation already. They're pouring the concrete in. Then we're going to put up the wall. So where we are heading to right now is a client that bought land, I think about 4 months ago, and he's finally building his wall. He sent the money about, you know, 3 weeks ago, but the rain was delaying, right? So thank you, man. I really appreciate it when clients send money and that money is, you know, in, but due to some circumstances like rain and whatnot, they are very understanding. They don't think you're trying to scam them or whatnot. That is not what I stand for. If somebody sends me money, I use it for what it's supposed to be for. So when there is like situations where I cannot control, like there is rain and the road is not done, as you can see, people are now building this way. So the road is not done. When it rains, you cannot come here. The tipper trucks are heavy, so I can't work, right? So I appreciate the people who are patient. Aiko. Thank you. How's it going? So the thing with me is, when I'm selling you land, you're gonna work, right? You're gonna work with no issues at all. So most of the time, about 95% of the time, after I sell the land, I'm the one working on it, right? Except the people who have family members, not even family, they know somebody who's doing construction. For the most part, we are still the ones doing the work, right? And we work in peace. It's absolute peace out here. So where we just, you know, went to is a wall that I'm building for this client, right? 3 sides, leaving the front open. It makes it easier when you're trying to do construction, right? Because the tipper trucks are big, and you don't have a gate and all that. So that was my advice, and he was not trying to spend the full amount to put a gate and all that. So that's what I was able to do for him. 3 sides, as you can see on the foundation, was 3 sides. Let's go on my land in the same area. Like I said, it's about 4,000 acres here. Yes, of course, we sold a lot of them out, but it's a lot available. Like me alone, I have access to about 50 acres, right? Aside from Acadian City, there are, you know, other plots that I'm selling within the same neighborhood, right? So we're gonna go to a plot that I took for myself by the train, and I'm trying to sell cement, right? Because I'm doing all this construction, I'm buying cement for people. So I'm trying to buy a container, put a cement in there, start with that. Also trying to sell building materials at Shy Hills. I got a main road side. That's a video coming up soon. But you know, enough for this. Let's go in there. I'm heavily into construction, all in. you know, land, building materials, all that. In the long run, that's what we're doing. We're going all in on construction, all in on construction. The real estate space in Ghana is the place to be. People are moving back home. People are building. It's a developing, you know, country. So I bought land for myself because of the location. You know, we try to get a lot of land, right? So we have 30 acres over there for Acadian City. And, you know, we had one down there, but I sold it to someone because the land was becoming too much and I wanted to consolidate them. However, me and my wife, right? My wife, Clara, sorry, she has her own YouTube channel. If you don't know her, subscribe to her channel. Shout out to you, Clara. Currently in New York. So if you guys haven't been seeing her in my videos and you wonder where she is, she's in New York, all right? The reason why I bought this particular land is because of its strategic place, right? So when I realized that it was available, I'm like, I'm not selling this to anyone. I'm taking it. So I bought one plot for myself over here. And it's right by the train, right? So in the future, there's a train, you know, there's a railway right here. So the train will be passing by, you know, I think a couple of days ago, I saw some small train doing workups over here, right? Now, what's the plan for this land? Of course, I don't know how the area is going to be 10 years from now, but I do know that with the project we're doing, the amount of people that I'm bringing to this area, and the amount of people that's coming in this area, the kind of people that's coming in the area, the kind of structures that I'm seeing in this area is going to be massive in the next 5 to 10 years, right? So I'm buying this land at a very strategic place. But for now, what we're going to do is we're going to do a couple of things, all construction related. I'm going to put a container, 40-foot container. I was entertaining 20, but I'm going to do 40, right? So you see the materials on the side right now? I just dumped these materials here, right? So where we're coming from, where I'm building the wall, it's just down there, right? It's about 5 minutes walk down there. But I just dumped the materials here because I'm about to build my wall. I'm about to do a little structure for the container to come on, and I'm gonna start selling cement, just cement. Why is that? Because I have to connect electricity and all that stuff if I'm trying to sell more stuff, and I'm not trying to do that. So I'm just gonna put a container here. I'm gonna be buying the cement for myself, right? If somebody wanna build all this, you know, cement that we're buying, I'll be buying for myself. And of course, a lot of people are building in the area too. They're not gonna go on the main road to go buy the cement. They're gonna buy it from me, right? So that's the idea. I'm just gonna buy a container and load it up with cement, and then just keep selling. So I'm sure by the end of September, I'm gonna have my, you know, my cement business over here. And then in the long run, we're gonna add, you know, my cousin is doing, you know, glass doors and all that. We're gonna add it to it. And then I'm thinking about welding as well, just to utilize the land. Now, land is one of the most lucrative, more predictable investment that one can make, even more lucrative than buildings, right? Because a building, you have to maintain it, you have to spend money to maintain it. Yes, you can rent out the building and all that. But if you can find an investment like land like me, where I'm about to do a commercial business on there, building and renting out can never tap that. I'm about to sell cement over here, right? You cannot compare that to you building, you know, whole apartment and renting it out. So it's about finding the land at the strategic places and knowing what you can do with it, right? So in New York, some people have land and they rent it out for parking, and you can make a lot of money on that, right? Sit on that land for 10 to 15 years and you sell it. The appreciation on that land is going to be much, much higher, right? If your house appreciates, first of all, you spend money on the house, and then they got to tear down the building. The person who's buying it, they have to tear down the building, which makes your land more expensive. So you buy land for, let's say, $3,000 at the time that I bought my land, but you are planning to build and then sell later on in 20 years, right? Yes, you lived in it or you rented it out, you made your money and all that. But the person who's coming to buy mine, the market price, I will probably sell my land for $120,000, and you want to sell yours for $200,000. But the person that's buying the land doesn't want your old house, so they know they have to take down your house. Whose land is going to get bought out first? Mine. It's $80,000 cheaper. And I know I have to take down your building anyway, so why would I go for that? They will just come for my land. So that's why land banking, buying land at strategic places, is an absolutely imperative and important way of building wealth. Now, it's important that, you know, you do let the land work though. Like whether that's agriculture, whether that's this cement business that I'm trying to do, welding, don't leave it idle, right? You could leave it idle and you can still make good amount of money, but it's even more better if you can get some cash flow out of that land. And that's what I'm trying to do for the next 10 years. And then I don't plan on selling this. It's with my wife. I will probably put up, depending on what the area demands, right? The market mind. You got to listen to what the market wants. I personally can foresee, you know, this road being very busy and me putting up some sort of office block, right? But in 10 years, we will be able to tell. But for now, I'm making money regardless. Here is where we have the mango farm. This is where, You know, we saw a couple of plots here in the mango farm. Some people got to keep some of the mangoes and built a wall around it. They're not ready to develop yet. And some people already building, right? Almost everybody that I sold the land to, except 2, have constructed their wall, and I'm giving them pressure to come and put up their wall. We got eyes on the ground, but doesn't mean that, you know, you shouldn't build your wall, because I want to make sure that you are working. I want to see you working. I sold land to almost everything that you see around here. We sold this land, right? And this guy has built and already roofed it. He's taking a little break, but he'll be back. And we started this construction about 3 months ago. I got a video on my channel when we were digging the foundation, as you could see, because I'm attaching that. You could see that over this as a B-roll. And the rain was delaying us, right? Not long ago, I was talking to you guys about how I appreciate clients being understanding, because the rain wouldn't just allow us to work. The road was pretty bad. As a matter of fact, I had to spend my own money to fix the road to bring the stuff in. When it's raining, the ground is wet and you're trying to fill it up, and the tipper truck is really heavy. When it takes the materials, it goes in. It wasn't working. We needed like 1 to 2 weeks of sunshine, and Ghana was not having that, right? So it was a pretty difficult time, right? Pretty difficult times, but the lady was very understanding, never pressured us, never thought I was trying to take her money and run away with it, nothing. And I'm so grateful, right? So when we were able to start working, we just went hard. We went hard, right? We just started. I think this whole thing that you see started about a whole 1 week ago. We moved fast when we started filling the foundation. The reason why we couldn't work is because we were at a level where we had to bring in a lot of laterite to fill the foundation so that we can cast. And that's a lot of back and forth for the tipper truck, and the road has to be good. So none of the tipper trucks wanted to come in here until we fixed the road and we had some sunshine. And then we came and took care of all of that. So this is a week's work, right? Right now, the levels that we're on right now is the columns, right? We are basically doing the columns. Then we're gonna put 1 course on, and we add the lintel once we do that. And then look, one back. What's it? The beautiful thing about owning land, right? The beautiful thing about owning land is this lady, we are doing 1 level. It's 1 level for the lady, right? She's coming home to retire. What I realized was the space, you know, it's a 4-bedroom house, 1 level, and it's quite big. The front, we have a lot of space in the front, but the size, it was too close to the wall. We could have made it work, but I'm like, it's not gonna look too good. She needs, you know, some green space. She needs space if she wants to put up a pergola and all that. Because of that, I decided to take 15 feet from the land next to it, because we can do that, right? That's if you own the land, that's what we can do. Just pay a little bit more to, you know, from the client, pay a little bit more to me, and then I settled out with the family. And so we knocked down this wall that we had here. There you go. We knocked down the wall that we had here. And now we are standing at 15 feet. Boss, now it's 15 feet, you know, from this wall. Okay. All right. This is not the only site that, of course, we are working on. This is just the site that we have here around Acadian City, around, you know, Afienya. We have another site at, you know, Mataheko, that I showed a video of that not long ago. And we are at the roofing level now, right? We're about to go to plastering. We've done all the plumbing work and all that. We might stop by, right? We might stop by. That might be the last scene of this video if we do go there. We have projects all over. We are Dodua, we are Duenya. But I came here because I know a lot of you guys want to buy land and you are spooked. But this is a great place. Everybody that I bring on this side likes the land, right? I have yet to bring somebody here who said, no, this side doesn't work, right? Everybody likes it. So it's a great area. Within this area, I've sold land to about 10 people from the States, right? Just this area. I've sold about 15 total, but just all connected, right? They've all lived outside. So if you're buying land from me, basically in this area, you're gonna find a lot of like-minded people. And that's what it's about, right? We are building, we are living, but we are human beings, we are, you know, we are social creatures. And at the end of the day, you wanna live with like-minded people. And that's exactly what you'll find here. It's amazing. First of all, providing jobs for a lot of people. It's fulfilling. Paying people, seeing people work is a good thing, right? It's absolutely a good thing. And also, in return, I'm making people who would have had a lot of issues with land buy land, right?